The EU referendum is a vote on the 23rd of June by the public which decides on if we should leave or stay in the EU, which is the European Union.
It's about whether Britain should leave the EU or stay.
So it's one of the most important votes we're going to have of our generation. So it's whether we want to stay within a group of 28 countries right now, which are in Europe. So with that we get free trade, free movement of people and free movement of capital. So it's a really important vote to see how our future is going to turn out.
I'm in.
I am personally in.
Because I think that free movement of people is a positive thing and it could contribute positively to our economy, as the free movement of people can assist in trade, and even for the general public can go on holiday much easier.
Having that relationship with the EU is really important because we get a lot of benefits. I mean, although we do pay in more than we get out, along with 10 other countries, the benefit that they bring to us is vital. A lot of people come from the EU to work for us. They help support the whole country, and without the free movement of people it would affect tourism a lot, which is a big income for the UK.
I think we should stay because if we leave it'll cause loads of problems for many people. Like people who are living here but have come from a different country, it'll cause problems for them if they don't have a British passport, or even importing and exporting. England will lose a lot of money on that as well because it'll be a lot more difficult, and in general it'll just make lives a lot harder for people because not everyone in England is fully English, so it would have to change many people's lifestyles and it would just be hassle for everyone.
I think leaving the EU is bad for trading and it's not going to be good for economical reasons. Also, I think Boris Johnson wants us to leave because he wants to become Prime Minister and get David Cameron to leave.
I think we should leave because the EU imposes laws and it restricts the government from doing things that they want to do.
When we're out, there'll be more jobs for us, and there won't be as much people coming to the country, and plus there'll be less taxes. Let's pay less taxes.
It controls the borders and it decides on laws, and we have to enforce them no matter what we say and what we think. And it wouldn't harm trade to leave because they don't have that much money, so they'd have to take our trade whether we're in or not.
We won't have to give money to the EU, and it'll just be for us, so we won't have to pay as much.
If we leave, we can control our laws and we can control our borders, and we don't have to pay the 350 million a week of EU membership. We can use it to build more hospitals and more schools and benefit the citizens of Britain.
Well, many people argue that immigration is a huge problem.
I think that first of all that we do pay more than we get back, so there is a cost of £20 billion approximately which you pay in. As well as that, there's also a lot of red tape or regulations which companies have to follow, which some people don't agree with. So that's some reasons why people might want to leave.
It's the fear that immigrants are coming in, taking people's jobs. It's quite irrational, but it's been drilled into people's minds by people like Nigel Farage. But I guess some people aren't looking at the consequences of what will happen if we leave the EU. They're just thinking, okay, yeah, it'll get rid of the immigrants. But it's just a fear factor, really.
There are good arguments for staying because it gives you a sense of national security and it helps you to keep relations with other countries and it prevents war.
Yeah, there is, because then people can move around the countries freely and they can work in the other countries as well.
I don't see any logical reason as to why we should leave the EU, because it's just going to be a problem for everyone.
Our economy is actually boosted by being in the EU, and recent statistics say that our economy could drop by 6% by leaving the EU.
I don't know why, but I think we're going to stay in because I think more people want to move around the countries freely.
I think that most people want to stay, but I think it would benefit more to leave.
Looking at votes right now, I feel like it's quite close, but it's tipped slightly towards leave. But again, you can't tell until the last day.
I think the majority of people will vote to remain in the EU because it allows for free travel, holidays, and besides, it's been like this for the past 30 years and changes. We don't know how it's going to change.
I'm hoping people will vote to stay in the EU and make like an educated vote on it, instead of just saying, okay, we'll leave, try and get rid of the immigrants. But yeah, I'm just hoping that we stay.
Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay?